So Black Adam is now at $250 million global, which is pretty impressive. It's making more than people thought it was going to make. So this movie has now likely made money. I think it'll probably hit 400 to 500 million at the end of the day, which for this movie, I think is pretty good. So it's doing well. And I think this assures Man of Steel 2 for sure coming. I mean, how can you say the movie's not coming, especially after the Witcher announcement, which came after the Superman cameo, by the way. The reason I believe Henry Cavill is leaving The Witcher is because he's now got a really nice contract with Warner Brothers, and he has to be able to play Superman whenever they ask him to. Oh, we got a DC project coming up. Let's have Superman show up in it. This kind of show interferes with his ability to do stuff like that. Takes a lot more time to make a show than it does a movie because you're looking at 8 to 13 hours of content as compared to 2.5 to 3 for a movie. So I do believe that he is now under contract with DC Studios to play Superman a lot, which he wants to do. He's wanted to do it for a long time. And I've heard that from a lot of people. A lot of people have talked about the fact that he wants to be Superman. He wants to be around. This is why that rumor never went away, that he wants to be Superman. But we know, thanks to The Rock, that Walter Hamada and the ex-regime at Warner didn't want him to be Superman. They wanted to recast. They wanted to bring in Val Zod, whatever the name of the Superman of color is. I don't remember, but they wanted to switch it up with that, and they also wanted to have a female trinity of Supergirl, Batgirl, and Wonder Woman, which is stupid. They've walked that back completely. Henry Cavill is back. And what goes forward with Batman will be an interesting question. Now, the door is open, from what I understand, for Ben Affleck to come back in the upcoming Flash movie, which they're doing reshoots for, and he's in it. He's in it, from what I understand. Now, you are going to have Henry Cavill in the movie, probably to fix the ending, so that they're not stuck with Supergirl as the main DCEU Superman now. So he'll be back. I mean, just the fact that he's leaving this show kind of shows that there's weight to that rumor, that there's a big contract for him. However, known Snyderverse hater, and I'm no fan of the Snyderverse, really. I think that the new Justice League cut is much better than the old one. But for the most part, I'm not the biggest Snyderverse fan. However, I will say that all of the casting was spot on. Like, all of the casting I liked, and I want them all, minus Ray Fisher, who's kind of a jerk crybaby, to come back and reprise their roles. However, Grace Randolph is saying that it's all hype. Superman, Henry Cavill is not a for sure thing, and it's not happening. Don't forget, however, that the new boss of the DCEU has said that she's full of shit before. She's been wrong on a lot of things, and I'm not trying to throw shade, but I don't believe you here, Grace Randolph. But here's James Gunn right here. This is when she tweeted Summer Movies 2023, and this person said, I wonder if at James Gunn knew the reaction to Peacemaker was less than stellar when both fans and critics have praised it, and HBO Max picked up a second season. And he said, and this is back in July 16th, the earth revolves around the sun, mothers love their children, and Grace Randolph will spout bullshit. And she's saying here that there is no big contract for Henry Cavill. He's only in the upcoming Flash movie. I highly doubt that. This is in response to this Instagram message where Henry Cavill came out and basically thanked the fans and that he was happy to be back as Superman, and that there's more to come, which I do believe there's more to come. I think he's going to be in just about most big DC comic book projects. I do 100% believe that a Man of Steel 2 is coming. I don't think they're going to call it Man of Steel 2. I think they're going to call it Superman something. Superman something. That's going to be the name of the movie. I don't think it's going to be called Man of Steel 2 because they'll want to distance themselves from that version, because from the cameo in Black Adam, the fact that they were using the John Williams music kind of tells me that they want to take the character slightly in a different direction rather than the dark version that we've been getting. But Henry Cavill is going to be playing the character, and I think he's finally going to get a chance to play a more classic version of the character. But this is what she's saying. Never mind, it's just hype, but still very nice of Henry Cavill to do this for his fans. A response here says, did he just announce that he is back and that there are more things to come? I don't understand. Are you saying that he's referring to the cameo? Yeah, Flash, he has no contract for anything else. I'm not going to ruin the Flash movie, which, by the way, is under reshoots. There's reshoots for it happening right now, which seems awesome, by the way. Michael Keaton is still the new Batman. I'm not sure about that either. David Zaslav, from what I understand, not a fan of old man Batman. Michael Keaton is too old to be the new Batman. It's a dumb idea. I think having him do the Flash movie makes sense, as they're doing this alternate universe thing. But Michael Keaton as Batman full-time is dumb unless you're going to do Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond, cool idea. Him running around, all he can do is turn his neck. He doesn't have the mobility to do anything, and I know they could get stunt doubles, but I just don't think that they're going. All of these plans got walked back. Batgirl walked back. I think that Batgirl movie was going to kind of make it permanent, and that's one of the reasons they walked it back, is because that's not the direction that Zaslav and his team wants to go with the DCU. And this is all speculation, right? I don't know for sure. She's saying that this is all fact. The door's left open for Batfleck return at some point, maybe. Still no Henry Cavill. And again, this is as of now. The movie is over a year away. So she's in here trying to put a rein in on everybody's parade. Don't forget that she's been salty about Snyderverse stuff quite a bit. She's been salty when they've moved forward with characters. She was salty about the Snyder cut of Justice League. She's salty about Snyder stuff. She's been salty about Snyder stuff for a while. This is why I don't believe what she's saying here. Don't believe her. The fact that he's walking away from money here, and I guarantee you this Witcher money that he was going to make for season 4 was probably pretty decent. And he's walking away from it. Why would he walk away from it? He's walking away from it because he wants to play Superman more, which I think is more special to him, as it should be. It's an iconic character, and he's going to be able to play him all the time. Kind of like Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man. It's going to be Henry Cavill as Superman all over the place, which is how it should be. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.